Hello everyone, my name is the Jurassic Insider and welcome back to Dinosaur Park Adventure 3D. Yeah, that's right, another video playing Dinosaur Park Adventure... What did I even say? I forgot. Anyways guys, welcome back. It's another day, it's another beautiful morning. I'm just joking, it's what time is it? 7 p.m. Goddamn, okay. I was a little off there. But it's still fine. This day has been the fastest day ever, and I really mean that. It went by, like, I woke up, and then it was just the end of the day, and I was like, are you serious? I got no videos done, nothing content-wise done until now, so we're going to record this episode. I have a bunch of episodes in the backlog that I need to edit and stuff, but things will come out fast. Well, okay, things will come out once every day, which is what it's supposed to be, but in the relative terms of things, it's going to be coming out fast, so hope you guys are going to be okay with that. I mean, you should be. I think you guys like it when I make videos. I mean, it's always better whenever your favorite content creator does it. Well, okay, it's always better whenever a content creator you like, not your favorite content creator, it could be anybody you like, makes videos more often than, not making videos, because that means that there's a lot of it. So, like, even if you don't have time to watch it, it's nice. I don't know. I grew up with, like, so many YouTubers that used to just not post that often. It just seemed like everybody I was into, they just sort of... I can't think of any examples off the top of my head. I mean, I guess people like Beaver, and I used to watch a bunch of Minecraft YouTubers who post really often, but then there were other ones that would post like once a month, and it used to be like absolute rations. A couple years ago, I used to watch this guy. I still watch him pretty often, but Schaefer Productions, he makes videos on like movies and stuff, and I used to love his videos so much. I watched them all the time, but he would post so infrequently. It'd be like... Oh god, you have to wait so often. It was like, everybody's always like, oh yeah, old YouTube, it was like all quantity over quality, the people just used to pump out videos, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely true, but I don't know, I feel like whenever I liked YouTube the most, when like 2017 to 2020, that was like, the people still used to not post that often, especially the people you really like, videos just took that long. Anyways, what are we even talking about? We haven't even talked about this game. So we've got a fun event to do here. It's a horrible event, actually. What am I saying? 99% chance for basically a Triceratops and a little bit more. I don't even think you can buy a rare with that, so not a ton. But you could get 50 bucks, which is always worth the gamble, You could get 50. It's not bad, really. Otherwise, this is really not anything interesting here. I think the next tournament that I haven't talked to you guys about is Sokadas, which is a nice little cave, I think. I think we have that cave. A couple of those guys, so... Yeah, caves are everywhere now. I used to be like, oh my god, there's no caves. Now there's so many caves. Maybe it's just the ones I've gotten. So, yeah, we've gotten only one, so... Another one would be a calm little level 20, which is always going to be great. You know what we really need, though? I need a reef tournament, which I guess we did Archelon, or we're going to do Archelon. Have we done Archelon? No, Archelon's what's coming. Archelon's what's out right now, right? I need to do this. I know they're doing the Collector's Exchange, or sorry, the Clash of Titans, but I might as well do both for those precious bucks that are in such limitation right now. I need them. If I'm gonna max these tournament creatures and start getting these tournament hybrids, sorry, citizens, my game crashed as usual. You guys know how it is. Anyways, I know I was talking about Archelon. I don't even, you know what, all the time whenever my game crashes, I just sort of go back into it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So, let's see what we go in here for the first battle of, what is this called again? Year of the Snake. Alright. So, as we expected, it looks like it's all snakes, a big shocker there. And they're all kind of tough. And I maybe should have made this a Cenozoic episode, right? That would make a lot of sense. You know what? Should we make it? Yeah, why not? We haven't done a Cenozoic episode. I mean, we've done a lot of aquatic episodes, like a lot, actually. I think I did two back to back. Even though we're using Jurassic creatures, we might as well use the leverage to make a little bit of a Cenozoic episode series. This is episode 21, that means, of the Cenozoic series, which is pretty cool. We did 20 with the Mosasaurus Gen 2 maxed out, so you could definitely go check that out. And of course, yes, speaking of that, we will be getting Armamata. Of course, I want to do a few episodes before we go Armamata, so we can enjoy our stuff. And it's not like a super duper immediate thing, especially since we have so many herbivores. But we will do it and eventually, we will do it anyways. So what we're thinking here, right? We could always go for the approach of just savannas. Now the problem with that is the savannas are, quite frankly, the savannas are ass. Dilophoboa can kill Brontotherium, who's our best one, in 2 hits, and it takes literally like 4 hits for it to kill everybody, so that's not a good approach at all. So we're going to go with the normal approach of just using regular creatures. So this will be fun, because this is not what we do typically. Typically, we're always about that class advantage. This time, we really don't get to use it. So, I know this is always the boring, we always put in a flock, but, you know. It's the only way I know. And all these guys have almost the same stats, with the exception of Dwarf Bow is a little bit more healthy. Actually, it kind of is both. So, let's see. I think anything with 600 attack can take each of them in 3 hits. You know what? We don't use Glythornax. Well, actually, no, now I think about it, he can kill everybody in 2 hits, can he? Alright. No, we're not going to go for that then. Let's do... Well, who are we not going to use? Somebody like Woohoo? I could use Woohoo. And then we might as well just put something kind of good. One of these legendaries, guys. Who do we like? We like the Pteranodon, don't we? Oh god, this is gonna be a nightmare, isn't it? Oh god, it's disgusting. I've never seen the Max Gigantophis. I'd assume to be really purple, but it's more of a maroonish color. Oh, you think you're ugly, aren't you? Oh my god, you're hideous. I hate it. Oh my god, worst thing in the world. Worst thing in the world, man. I hate these things. And of course, we're doing an episode all about it, aren't we? It's awesome. Beautiful, isn't it? No, I'll stick with my slightly less reptilian dinosaur friends, which are not reptiles. They are... What do they call them now? They call them something else now. They have a name for it. I don't remember, actually. Something that starts with a C. If any of you guys know, let me know. But this is not even like a new breakthrough or anything. This is just something people have known for such a long time. Dinosaurs aren't reptiles. They're not strictly reptiles. And it makes sense when you really think about it. I mean, they're just so big and different. To classify them as one thing would really just be silly. So, what do we got to do here? I think we just go for 2 blocks. I don't even know. It doesn't really matter. I want to use Pteranodon, though, because I never use my max legendaries. I got them a little bit too late, didn't I? I think I only used... I use actually all the carnivores except Suchomimus, obviously. See, Titanoboa doesn't look that horrifying, because it's not really that snake-like. I mean, it is, but it's got some weird... although I hate the way its head look with those little, like, grafty skin pieces on the side of it. Oh my god. Just talking about it makes me want to gag, bro. Oh, it's horrible. At least Dilophoboa is like a monster. It's like a complete... Like, it's something else. I mean, let's see. I don't know. I haven't really fought Dilophoboa before, or at least not paying attention to it. So, let's see. What if it's just the most horrifying thing ever? It very well could be. Let's see. Oh, game's slowing down again. Don't kick me out, please. All right, here's Pteranodon. Oh, he looks sick. You can really see the inspiration of Valkyrie, Valkyrie, I think. 77 in this design with that giant thing. Ah, no, that's still pretty horrifying. No, actually, its skin is even more snake-like than the Titanoboa. It's really just the fact that it has that... No, it's pretty bad. It's pretty disgusting. It looks like they really do have the snake month thing going on, which obviously I'm not too fond of, but they are some of the best Cenozoic creatures, so I can't argue too much. Although we have enough caverns, I would say. A couple, again, just like caves a couple months ago I didn't, but now there's definitely a little bit of an abundance of them. But I think that's why they're doing the whole Dilophoboa tournament, which I wish I could participate in, especially since it's so damn expensive. There's no way I'm gonna ever max a Dilophosaurus and a Titanoboa in like the next year or so. So I'm not gonna be getting that hybrid anytime soon. So that was my one way, you know, to just have that awesome hybrid unlocked without having to do those extra steps. But of course it came. I mean, if it was my aquatic lineup, it'd be perfect because my aquatic lineup could probably do well in a tournament. Maybe not one with 2.5k cups, which is I'm assuming what this is gonna have. But even if I drop like 4,000 bucks on it, I would still say it'd probably be worth it. You know, you win back, you know, maybe a little bit over 1,000, and then you know you get to enjoy your Dilophoboa, you get to enjoy the DNA of it, and then you can make it back to the DNA. You know, you're gonna spend the bucks on stuff like that inevitably. It's not just on evolution stuff. So this is the same thing. So we'll just do a different VIP that we don't use too often, so I don't end up accidentally naming him somewhere else. I use Diplostooges, but again, I like to use those guys, so maybe not. Let's... Well, Hell Tank could just take forever, so like, what's the point of doing Hell Tank? Yeah, those guys are too strong. I don't know, because I know I'll use something like... you know what, we don't even have that many events today, so what's the point? And I was thinking we just use Brontotherium, right? That could be fun. What is Brontotherium? Anything except Tylacospilus, because he gets he'll get mauled. He'll get mauled to death. So we got to definitely just, I mean, it's called, yeah, basically just a different sequence of, oh no, there's no Dilophoboa here, right? Yeah, there's none. It's just 2 Titanoboas, which is fine by me. Titanoboa is easily the cooler of the two, though, Gigantophis and Titanoboa. He looks awesome. Again, I just talked crap about how disgusting he is, but he looks awesome. I mean, there's a difference between disgusting and awesome, you know? Like, it can be both, technically. It's just, God. Dude, every time, I used to have a Smithsonian book. I think I've talked about this book so many times on the channel because it was so influential into making me like dinosaurs. Like, before TV shows, before I used to watch Jurassic Park, like, every week, I used to read books. That's what kids used to do. Dinosaur kids who really love dinosaurs. We used to read books. I don't know if any of you guys, like, remember fondly of having 1 or 2 books that you really enjoyed reading about dinosaurs. Not even reading, but just looking at the pictures, reading the descriptions, the length and the size and all that. I'm not trying to be like a huge boomer. Like, yeah, back in my day, we used to read books about dinosaurs. Because quite frankly, I didn't read them really. It's just something that I used to buy at book fairs and stuff, and I used to really enjoy. I had a really cool copy of a Smithsonian dinosaur book that I got from the Smithsonian Museum, signed by some dude. Probably just some random researcher, probably not even a paleontologist. I mean, I guess he would be a paleontologist, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I really love that book, and I used to look at it all the time. And the page that I used to hate is the first page of the Cenozoic section was a giant-ass Titanoboa, and it used to, oh my god, I hated this thing so much. The picture was so, that's weird. I don't know what happened. Something happened? I don't know. Oh, he didn't have blocks there. Sorry, I got completely out of it. I was like, my recording blanked out for a second. It was just like fizzing out, and then I was like, why is there like a visual glitch? Like, it happens sometimes. And then it was just like, it said screen recording saved to your videos. I'm like, what? That's weird. I didn't end my screen recording. And then I just started back up again. So, weird, right? Weird. Is it that weird? Maybe not. Oh god, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, scary book, horrible book. Sorry, that one page. Yeah, scary Titanoboa. I've always hated Titanoboa ever since. But you gotta admit, it's kind of the most insane thing. Like, that's why the Cenozoic creatures are so underrated, but they're so underutilized in the game because they don't see what they really need to do is they added the aquatic creatures and they had so much fanfare for the aquatic creatures. People loved them, and the main reason was because they were new at the time, and they were really offering a new part of the game that could only be unlocked by the aquatic creatures. Like, yeah, it was kind of still the same thing. Yeah, there was still events and stuff that you'd participate in, and it didn't really change the meta, but the designs were so cool. They added new music for it. It was basically like perfect. But once it got around the Cenozoic creatures, it's exactly what happened in Jurassic Park Builder. It was like, oh, this is cool. I'm glad we got the mammoth and the Titanoboa and all these other awesome creatures. But otherwise, I don't really care, because, you know, why should have we cared whenever they added all this stuff? Because, well, quite frankly, you know, the game didn't really set it up in a way that made it that engaging, which is why it should have been more interesting than just land versus Cenozoic. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's an interesting route to take it. That's a fun addition. But not only do the battles suck, especially when they came out, but it just replaced land PvP, so you weren't really adding a feature there. And really, the Cenozoic creatures were underutilized because of that. They're just, like, so many of them have so much more potential because they're real-life versions of real-life dinosaurs, or real-life creatures that existed, you know, millions of years ago. Actually, only a couple thousand years ago for most of them. So I just don't understand why they had to be this boring. Like, I know they had to come up with 3 different classes, so they had to have a Savannah class because that was just necessary because a lot of them were that. And I get that not all of those are the most interesting. I don't even know what the most well-known of them would be, right? Well, what could it have been? Like, maybe Fossiracos, because it was kind of like the dodo. But even then, like, that's kind of a stretch, right? So, let's see. Final battle here looks just about as easy as the other ones, so really not that big of a deal. I mean, we could challenge ourselves and not go for flock, but why would we do that when we have so many of those beautiful copies? Let's see. What do we want to go? You want to go for a challenge? What would be a challenge? Scapion Dimorphodon. Oh god, no. I don't think that they could do it right. That seems like a horrible idea. I mean, they can technically kill most of them in 3 hits. You just can't really take that many hits. You know what? You either take the risk or you don't take the risk, because that's just how that works. I don't know what I'm saying. Did he go into the ground there? It looks like he went into the ground for a second. God, this thing is disgusting. I take it back, actually. This thing, I said in my top 10 scariest video that that Dilophoboa was not as bad as Titanoboa, but this thing does look like a snake. Maybe at higher levels it doesn't, but that skin is very, very reptilian. It's got those patterns, those scales. Well, I think the max levels of Titanoboa don't. They kind of do away with that. It's just sort of a solid snake body, which is also kind of gross and disgusting, but at least it's not like this, man. I hate that pattern. Oh, don't move like that. God. I know, it's just a cartoon. It's just animated. It's not that serious, but I feel like it is. I feel like it is that serious. You know what? There's no point in putting both of these guys in here because, like, either way, we're either dead or not dead. Oh, you can't kill him in points. You know what? Dimorphodon's not... I mean, sorry, Scabby Cathy isn't as strong as Dimorphodon because I rarely find that extra health useful in Scabby. Maybe in a couple instances. It's not like a lot better, but I'd say I probably would prefer Dimorphodon, right? Maybe I'm going crazy for saying that, but yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's the sorry, always forgot about T-Rex Gen 2. It's the third best legendary, but maybe Dimorphodon's the third best. Scabby's definitely better than Therizinosaurus. Because Therizinosaurus is kind of unusable if you don't know how to use it really well, but there are ways to make it useful. It's not always just a situation of health tank. Like, everybody's like, Pagillosaurus is replaced by Compsognathus. And it's like, yeah, it's not, it didn't get better because of the introduction of Compsognathus. Like, it's not improved by Compsognathus, but it's got 2,000 something attack. Which, yeah, it's not 3,000 something attack like the other tournament creatures, but it's also got double the health of most of them. So, it's kind of an odd argument to base off your whole critique of Pagillosaurus off. It's not the best tournament creature. Scorpius Rex Gen 2 is definitely better, at least in terms of, actual tournament creatures. In terms of which one you should buy, I would probably buy Pagillosaurus. Again, it's all situational. So we did get the DNA. It's not even a little bit surprising. You didn't get Bucks, which is a huge disappointment. That is the only slight value that could have added to my life was that small bit of VIP points. So I guess since I made a Cenozoic episode today, I'm definitely not going to do a aquatic episode, so I might as well do that Monsters on Deep on camera. And then we could do a little Aqualon tournament just because we never got the Humanosaurus tournament on camera. Plus, I wouldn't have posted it because we didn't win the goddamn tournament because I fell asleep in the middle of it. So we'll do that. We only have a day left on that, so I probably need to lock in on that, so... I gotta see how many cups that is. Either way, we gotta work on it. So, this is just, oh my god. I mean, we could really challenge ourselves if we want to, but like, what's the point? We might as well just cook. Who's gonna be the strongest here? It's going to be a surface, right? Yeah, it's gonna be a surface. So let's do any surface. Such a stupid idea, right? Are we gonna use him in the tournament? Not today, no. Maybe tomorrow, and he'll be done by then. Oh god. Oh god, help me. Dude. This aquatic stuff is so funny to me. It's like the lineup has absolutely no... I don't even want to say it doesn't have balance, because it kind of does. The level 20 VIPs are very balanced. It's just... Now I don't have to worry about it, so it feels weird, because just a couple, not even months ago, a couple of weeks ago, I was complaining about how hard the aquatic battles are, and now even on the tides is a pretty big breeze, because all you need is level 20 VIPs. Legitimately, it will take me months to finally be like, okay, fine, let's max out a legendary, and even then, I will not be spending a speck of DNA on it unless I really, really want to. Otherwise... No, we're not doing any of that. The only way I'm going to be doing that is if they give me the creatures, which might as well happen. It's kind of a slow progress, but I think I have like 4 of one legendary, and that's the most I have, so it's going to take a long time. Because there's just no convincing me that getting a legendary is worth it. They're worse than the level 20 VIPs by quite a, decent margin. So literally, what's the point of investing actual DNA buck instead of putting it into a pack that you spend with a resource that literally goes nowhere else except on that pack? it just is a completely defeated argument. At least if you get level 30 or level 40 tournament creatures, like, yeah, it costs a lot, but at least they're better, at least by a little bit. I'm really only getting this for Amamata. I think that was pretty obvious. I'm going to lose the Mosasaur Gen 2, and I probably won't get it back for a very long time, which is very unfortunate, but, you know, at least we did get the hybrid. It's not like we really need a backup of it or anything of it. It's not the strongest by a mile. It's got a lot of attack, which does help, actually. So it does have that value, but, like, yeah, see, most of the times on these wheels, all you're going to get is super rare, so there's really no chance to get legendaries at all. And, yeah, that's probably the best thing you get out of it is a little bit of that SDNA, which is very slowly racking up, a little bit slower than I want it to be perfectly honest with you. But, yeah, is there anything else I want to do? Anything else I want to cover? I don't think so. I think we might as well just go and leave it there. I mean, it is the Cenozoic episode after all, so likely a lot of people aren't going to be crazy bonkers about the Year of the Snake events, so I don't think it's super duper fair to do anything super crazy. I could do some of the park revamp stuff, but honestly, if I want to get episodes out at a normal pace, I know this is kind of retreading into some territory I've seen in the past from my channel. I think we should be kind of punctual in general, not to a T, but punctual with a little bit of lenience, you know. Does that make any sense? I don't even know, bro. What am I yapping about? So we're gonna do it in a different episode that isn't already like 25-30 minutes long, which this might not even be. That might be only 20 minutes. I don't know. Time, it's all relative. Who the hell knows? So yeah. Also, I did misplay Carpus. I knew I would. To be honest, I'm so mad because I hatched a freaking Chronosaur for it. I spent my precious DNA on a freaking Chronosaur. I can't get Gigantopus. I might as well, right? No. I might as well as not. There's no point. Eucalyptus. No, it's even worse. Basicosaurus, Velociraptor, Carnotaurus. Yeah, those are all bad. Yeah, of course I'm not doing those. You guys know I'm not doing those. So, anyways, you guys, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this episode of Jurassic World. The game, if you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And until then, I will see you all next time. This is Jurassic Insider signing out. Good morning, Vietnam. My name is the Jurassic Insider, and welcome back to Jurassic